Lesson 6. The teaching of the Dhamma, the turning of the Dhamma wheel. Paragraph 1. 2 months after his enlightenment, the Buddha gave his first discourse, entitled The Turning of the Dhamma Wheel, to the 5 ascetics, the Kondanas, his old companions, at the deer park in Isipatana near Benares. In this discourse, the Buddha said, avoiding the 2 extremes of indulgence in sense pleasures and self-mortification, the Tathagata has comprehended the middle path which leads to calm, wisdom, enlightenment, nibbana. This is the very noble eightfold path, namely, right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Next, he taught them the 4 noble truths: suffering, dukkha; the cause of suffering, samudaya; the ceasing of suffering, nirodha; and the path leading to the ceasing of suffering, magga. The Venerable Kondana understood the Dhamma, and the stainless, dustless Dhamma vision arose in him. Thus, all that is subject to arising is subject to passing away. He became a Sotapanna, and the 5 ascetics asked the Buddha to receive them into his order. It was through the second sermon on the no-self quality that all of them attained arahatanship. Later, the Buddha taught the Dhamma to Yasa, a rich young man in Benares, and his 54 companions, who all became arahants. With the first 60 arahant disciples in the world, the Buddha founded his Sangha, and he said to them, I am freed from all fetters, both human and divine. You are also freed from all fetters. Go forth, O bhikkhus, for the welfare of many, for the happiness of many, out of compassion for the world, for the good and welfare and happiness of gods and men. Preach the Dhamma, perfect in the beginning, perfect in the middle, perfect in the end, both in the spirit and in the letter. Proclaim the holy life in all its fullness and purity. With these words, he sent them into the world. He himself set out for Uruvela, where he received 30 young nobles into the order and converted the 3 brothers Kassapa, who were soon established in arahantship by means of the discourse on fire. Then the Buddha went to Rahagaha to visit King Bimbisara. The king, on listening to the Dhamma, together with his attendants, obtained the fruit of the first path, and formally offered the Buddha his bamboo grove, Beluvana, where the Buddha and the Sangha took up their residence for a long time. There, the 2 chief disciples, Sariputta and Moggallana, were received into the order. Next, the Buddha went to Kapilavatthu and received into the order his own son Rahula and his half-brother Nanda. From his native land, he returned to Rahagaha and converted the rich banker Anathapindika, who presented him the Jeta Grove, Jetavana. For 45 years, the Buddha traveled up and down the valley of the Ganges, throughout the kingdoms of Magadha and Kosala, northeast of India, teaching the Dhamma to all classes of men and women, kings and queens, nobles and Brahmins, merchants and workers, outcasts and beggars, without making any distinction between them. He did not recognize the social castes in ancient India, and the way he taught was open to all those who were willing to hear. He exhorted his disciples to tread the path themselves, for the Tathagatas are only teachers. Adapted from Narada Mahathera and W. Rahula. Dhammapada, verse 273. The best of paths is the eightfold path. The best of truths are the four sayings. Non-attachment is the best of states. The best of bipeds is the seeing one. Dhammapada, verse 276. You must make an effort. The Tathagatas are only teachers. The meditative ones who practice the way are freed from the bonds of Mara.